I want to talk about crazy. Um, the word crazy and how it's being used. Um, I feel like, um, okay, people call people crazy when they don't take the time to get to know or understand them. And like if somebody refers to you as the crazy woman, crazy person, or crazy lady, I think, calling somebody crazy is a bit much because it's offensive. It's also hurtful to refer to anyone as a crazy woman, crazy person, crazy lady, crazy whatever, because crazy, as we all know, I googled it. Um, it means that you're mentally deranged, or it can mean the synonyms are mad and insane. The or you can it could be you meaning that you're extremely enthusiastic or passionate about someone or something. And if you have a situation where somebody doesn't agree with you, um or you don't like them, you don't it's not okay to call them crazy, because it's dismissive, and I feel like it's lazy, especially if you don't know the person, because you have just slapped you slapped the word crazy on them. So you basically saying, well, I don't agree with them, they're mentally deranged. I mean, you just because you don't agree with something I said or did doesn't mean that I'm crazy. It just means that I'm different. That's why I posted today on my Facebook page, different is beautiful, and yes, I'm different. And if I'm different, that's fine. That doesn't make me crazy. That just makes me different. That makes me, um, maybe you should take the time to get to know me. Another thing is, you don't call people crazy because you don't know what people are going through. Some people may suffer from mental disorders or mental illnesses. Some people may have, just something going on bad at home that you have no knowledge about. Um, they could be um, just dealing with just anything. It's not okay to call somebody crazy. And it's not attractive for the person that's calling somebody crazy either, because it makes you look crazy for talking about somebody you really don't know, or you didn't try to get to know. Um, I had a situation with somebody very important in my life, that I sent the email to them just stating to them how I felt about something. And I didn't really like the response. It was just like a blow off, like, just go ahead on and get this done, blase this and blase that, as if you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to be heard. Nobody wants to be dismissed, or and I just felt like comments were made, but it was cool about, crazy person, crazy lady, crazy whatever. And I'm strong, so it takes a lot to pull me down, a lot. And I felt like that's ignorant, but then again, ignorance is bliss. But coming from someone of that statue, I just expected more of them. And when you don't understand someone, you don't call them crazy. What you do is try to understand them. And if you can't understand them, that's okay. But it's not okay to call them crazy. Um, it's rather ignorant, especially, like I said, especially, and I have been called crazy by people that didn't know anything about me. They just went off of surface. So to me, that's not just dismissive and hurtful and insensitive. It's ignorant. Um, so, and another thing I want to say too, it's not an accurate description of that person, whether you know them or not. Crazy is not an accurate description of someone's character. I mean, especially if you're not a trained eye, um, it's not an accurate description. You have to just say more than crazy. I mean, you almost have to have done an evaluation on someone to deem them crazy. And most of the people that's calling people crazy probably either don't know what an evaluation is, or are not qualified to evaluate someone as being crazy. Okay, that's like belittling someone's mental state. It makes people second guess who they are. And it's not okay. It's really hurtful and it's very insensitive. And then you have to think, do you want somebody to call you crazy? I think of an incident where they were talking about this man on the news. He worked for Penske, Penske, I think. It's those yellow trucks, yellow trucking company. I forget what they do. But anyway, he had people, I'm sure, call him crazy. But anyway, they were laughing and sniggling, his superiors. I think he killed 5 of them. But his direct supervisor fired him. The other ones that they said that he had been having problems. I guess he might have told family members or people that knew him that people at work were making fun of him and laughing and saying, and I think he was maybe like 50, 60 years old. He was an older man. They fired him, and, the other superiors, that were, in line over him, underneath his direct boss, I guess, laughed when he got fired, and he came back and killed everybody. And I say that to make a message, to send a message out, is that you don't know what people are dealing with. Be careful who you call crazy, because you might just be eating crazy, because crazy may come back to get you. I'm not one of those people. You can call me, you can call me crazy all you want, and it wouldn't make me a hill of beans, because I know who I am, and I'm a strong person. And I just feel like when I hear people say it, other people are not as strong. So when you make that thought about somebody, it's best to keep it to yourself, because if you actually sound it out to someone, you sound crazy too, especially if you don't understand or know that person, or have tried to understand and reason and know that person, and not try to dismiss them off because they don't agree with you or whatever. That's just like me saying, just because I don't speak a certain language, I'm gonna dismiss everybody that speak German. Now, I know we can't have no conversation together, but I'll probably get an interpreter or somebody to help me to understand them. But dismissing people is not okay. It's not all right. So stop doing it. I don't care if you are higher up or a lower down or whatever you are. Stop calling people crazy, because it's not cute. It's not attractive. It's hurtful. It's insensitive. It's dismissive. It's arrogant. It's ignorant. It's a lot of stuff. So do not call people crazy. I think it's a lazy statement for somebody that does not want to look deeper and find out more about the person. You just need to say, well, I didn't really agree with what she said, and go on. It's not even that serious. But I think when you start calling people crazy, it's an offensive term, and some people will lash out back at you. And that man came back, and I'm sure all those people that he killed, I'm sure they got families. I'm sure they had no idea. I can just imagine him coming back, and he killed those people, and when they saw the gun in their face, all of a sudden nothing was funny, because crazy came back and got you. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying I'm not a person like that, but there are people, people are very mean now. People are very hostile. People are struggling to feed their families. There's a paradigm shift in our world today. People are out of jobs. A lot of people are not working. It's hard for them to provide for their families. They're having a lot of problems financially. And when you make a comment like that on the wrong day to the wrong person, that might be your last day. And I'm not saying you need to walk in fear, but it's just certain things you just don't say to people or about people, because it gets back to them. You just have to be careful with your words. And it can be damaging. It's a weapon against people. Gossiping is not cool. So, you can't call somebody else crazy. Why are they crazy? Because they don't agree with you? Are they crazy because their personalities don't mesh together? Are they crazy because y'all not friends no more? Are they crazy because they're now your ex? None of those are good reasons, and they make no sense to call people crazy. Again, unless you are a trained eye that gives evaluations on this type of mental state, you should not be saying it at all. Period. And even the mandated reporters, which are doctors and nurses and people that make those kinds of reports, they do it in confidence. They do it on paper. They don't do it to hurt. So again, it's incorrect. It's wrong. It's calling someone crazy. It's hurtful and insensitive. So I just wanted to say that, and maybe this will help somebody. And just, if somebody is calling you that, I pray that it doesn't affect you like it has other people. But it's not a good feeling. I would tell you it is hurtful. As I said, I'm strong enough to deal, but it's a hurtful thing to say that, and you wouldn't want anybody to say that to you. So I believe strongly in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And don't call nobody anything you wouldn't want nobody calling you. So just wanted to say that. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Landis TV, and Facebook, Landis TV. Bye.